hour, everybody. The final Republican presidential primary debate of the year is just hours away at this point. Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Chris Christie will all take that debate stage right here on NewsNation at 8 o'clock Eastern. As with the last three debates, President Trump won't be attending. But despite his absence, he's sure to be a topic of discussion as the race for second place in the polls heats up ahead of the new year. Joining us now to discuss tonight's debate is NewsNation political contributor and White House press secretary during the Trump administration, Sean Spicer. He's coming to us live from Tuscaloosa this morning. Sean, I feel like you're like a kid in the candy store. I've been watching you. You're totally in your element in Alabama. It's a huge day ahead. Sorry, go ahead. I cut you off.
No, you're absolutely right. I was telling Connell, who you just had on last night, that in 2015, I got to run these, and being a spectator here and an analyst is a lot more enjoyable than having to put it together, because what you see behind us, NewsNation's team in front of the camera but behind the camera has done an amazing job making this a world-class event. Yeah, well, I've certainly been watching you the last couple days, and we're proud to be hosting and moderating tonight. That's for sure. It's a huge day ahead. Tonight is obviously paramount for these four candidates. And speaking of Connell, you know, I was watching you on his show yesterday, and at one point you said there's no second place in politics. And I thought to myself, you know, then what are they fighting for? Because these candidates are not even in a close second, third, so on from President Trump. So what are they fighting for, Sean? And at this point, what's at stake for them tonight? Well, they're each trying to become the alternative to Trump. And you and I have spoken before, Markie. I mean, the bottom line is someone wants to be that person going into those early states that can say, I am the other person for the 35, 40, 45% that's not with President Trump, that I want to be the standard bearer. The problem is none of the top three people, DeSantis, Haley, or Ramaswamy, want to give up. And even if they do, there's no guarantee that their support flows to them and not a combination of them and other candidates, including President Trump. So tonight is going to be important. I think you're going to see three tactics. Number one, tout themselves. Number two, go after Trump. And number three is try to pose themselves as that alternative to Joe Biden. Yeah, and as we've said before, even though he's not on stage tonight physically, he will certainly be a presence on stage that is felt. It doesn't need to be argued, you know, whether or not he needed to attend for primary's sake these last four debates. He's far and away the front runner, but as it pertains to next November, has he missed opportunities to appeal to undecideds or those who are on the fence about him after his first term? I mean, his performances in 2016 certainly catapulted him to the White House. Yeah, I would say a couple things. Number one, the biggest driver of people to President Trump is President Biden's actions and results as president. I think when people are contrasting the Trump administration's 4 years with the almost 3 years of the Biden administration, that's the best driver for Trump. And I can make a strong argument that the more he's out there and talking up things, it might not benefit him with kind of swing audiences that he needs going in. So he'll have plenty of time to make his case as we get ready for the general election if he becomes the nominee. But I think for now, he doesn't need to be in the mix calling people names on television that create viral clips. So it's probably to his long-term betterment that he's not here right now. Yeah, we will see what tonight has in store. And to your point, we have a year left. So buckle up, everybody. This thing's just getting started, this rodeo. Sean Spicer, thanks so much. And we'll see you later today and tonight.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.